Hi, we've come to Fodder this morning and we're speaking to Heather Parry, who's the Managing Director here. And Heather's going to tell us a few things about Fodder and what it offers you.
Good morning and welcome to Fodder. Fodder is the local food shop for the whole of Yorkshire. 85% of everything we sell comes from this very county of ours.
And can you tell us a little bit about the produce that you sell in store, actually, Heather?
Yeah, well, what we're going to do is do the whole weekly food shop here. You can't do your personal, that kind of stuff, but anything you want to eat, you should be able to get here. So from meat to deli to fruit and veg, through to your cereals and your flours and your oats, your bread, your dairy stuff, everything. There's so much diversity in Yorkshire that actually we struggle for very few things that don't come from our county. Lemons and bananas are a problem. We haven't found a Yorkshire farm who does those yet, but other than that, we're pretty good.
Okay, and a lot of your produce, as you say, is sourced from the local area. How do you find your producers? How do you find them? Do they come to you, or do you go and find them?
A bit of both. A bit of both. We started 20 months ago, and at that stage, I thought every single shop owner went out to see every single supplier. So that's what we did. We got in the car for 6 months. We did 12 visits a day to the whole of Yorkshire, looking for the very, very best of the best. So, for instance, ice cream. There were 13 ice cream people in Yorkshire who were good enough in terms of cleanliness, in terms of taste, in terms of having their own cows and their own milk into their own ice cream. And we came back and then we did a taste test, and the winner was Just Jenny's ice cream from Halifax, who's a 27-year-old farmer's daughter. So she's helping the family farm by making this ice cream, which is just amazing.
And that relationship that you have with your producers, do you constantly update that or change things?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we have some very favourite products which have to stay, but we do introduce new things. People are always coming to us saying, we're doing this new jam, or we're doing this, or can we talk about this? And that's great, because it's got to keep fresh. We've got to keep more products coming in, so we're all for that. And we look for people as well, so it's a combination of people finding us and us hearing about them and stalking them out.
Excellent. So it's constantly seasonal and it changes with the season, and you're constantly updating with your clients all the time, yeah?
Yeah, part of what we're here to talk about is local food, and when local food's at its best when it's in season. So strawberries, for instance, we sell in the summer. They are amazing. They're outdoor grown in Yorkshire and they taste phenomenal. We would never sell Spanish strawberries in December because they just taste terrible, and we're not into that. It's got to be about getting people back into the seasons. You know, it's asparagus season, it's strawberry season, it's game season, whatever it is, it needs to be done, and needs to be done in time. And people get into that now, and there is more understanding of the seasonality of food.
Excellent. And so, as you move forward with Fodder, how do you see you developing in the future? Are you going to stay as a complete retailer with a fresh local produce, or is there going to be any sort of differences with Fodder?
No, the only is exactly that, about fresh local food, and that will continue for as long as we go. The only thing we've added on is actually a craft and gift section. There's quite a lot of small producers also have aunts or whatever who do things in the country. The gamekeeper's wife from Harewood does the cushions for us and stuff. So that's grown, but that's not going to get much bigger. But there are different things, so you can actually do your present shopping here as well.
And I believe you've got butchers here as well.
We have, yeah. Come and meet Paul, our head butcher. Come on through.
Supply all Yorkshire meat. You know, I go out to the farms and buy it directly from the farmer, so we can see what conditions they've been living in. I think that's what's special about the butchery here. You know, we actually know every animal that's been slaughtered.
And it's all local farms, Yorkshire farms. Whereabouts are these farms? Are they in the Dales, or are they closer to Harrogate?
All Yorkshire and Humberside. You know, with us working for the society, we like to support all Yorkshire and Humberside farmers. This week the beef's from Knaresborough, you know, so it's pretty local. The pork's from Plumpton Rocks, and you can't know, and the lambs are from Bolton Abbey this week. The chicken's from Middleton on the Wolds, which is over in Edgefield. I do have a pork supplier over in Howden. I have a lamb supplier over near Scarborough. So you know, we cover a wide range really. You know, so.
And it's interesting you say the relationship between yourselves and the Yorkshire Agricultural Society and the Yorkshire Show. Does that relationship change with the different suppliers then? Do you tend to stay with the supplier, or does that change over the year?
No, it changes over the year. I'm looking for new suppliers all the time. You know, we like to support everybody. As you know, we don't stick to one certain breed. You know, in the beef line we do Limousin, we do Longhorn, we do Dexter, we do Aberdeen Angus. You know, we like to give everybody a different range, you know, so they can try different meats.
Okay, and what do you have on offer this month? Is there anything particular that's really good this month?
It's all good, I'm afraid.
It's what I knew you was going to say. That's what have you got down here?
This is some of the Plumpton pork, is that? You know, as you can see, it's a rare breed pork. You know, you can actually see the spot there, which is the Aberdeen. Sorry, not the Aberdeen Angus. The Gloucester spot is that.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, Paul, and thanks for showing us around today. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Leslie, price is often a really important factor in today's market. How do you feel that you fare on price with other producers?
Price is really important. It's really important to the farmers. We pay them a fair price so they can carry on farming. That's important to us, as what our ethos is. But equally, it's really important that people can afford to shop in here. And I think there's a perception that local food is expensive. Whereas free-range eggs, for instance, 99p here, at local supermarkets is 157. And that's the joy of when they just travel 9 miles. There's very little petrol costs, very little transport costs. To keep the food miles down actually can make things a lot cheaper.
And with a lot of the other products that are maybe a bit more in price, is that, do you compete then on quality then, obviously?
Yeah, I mean, I think quality and flavour were the things people would mention about this here first. But it's when you do your shopping, and people don't know what things are. They might know what a pint of milk costs, they might know what some eggs cost. But I think it's when you leave, you think, actually, that sounds like good value, that feels like good value when you've paid your bill. And that's why people are coming back. We've got an old couple who used to shop in Morrison's. They said it's much cheaper to come in here. I said, well, how do you work that out? I said, well, because if we want one sausage from the butcher, he'll give us one. We can just buy what we need. We don't get any buy one, get one free offers. And so we just don't waste anything. He said the quality is so much better. So, you know, people can eat better for less money.
Yeah, and like you say, with the local producers being so close, it's a proper market that you can compete against, isn't it?
Absolutely. And you know, the Eggman's getting a fair price, we're selling at a fair price, and we're making enough margin to make enough money for the charity, but actually it's still 99p.
Okay, fantastic. Well, if you want a good bargain and you want to come out and find some really nice local produce, then there's nowhere better than Fodder.